The Kite Runner. Episode 3. Thread of Redemption. Amir and his driver, Farid, went to Kabul. Farid was a strong man. He had a difficult life because of the wars. He did not like Amir much. He thought Amir was a rich person who had left Afghanistan during the war. When they arrived in Afghanistan, Amir saw many changes. His country was now poor. There were many broken homes. Children were begging for food. The city of Kabul was dusty and broken. They went to the orphanage. They were looking for Hassan's son, Sohrab. At first, the man who ran the orphanage said he did not know Sohrab. But Amir went into detail with the man about Sohrab and his family. Then the director admitted. He said Sohrab had been there once. He also said Sohrab was very good with a slingshot. The orphanage was a sad place. It was very poor. There were too many children and not enough food and beds. The director sadly told Amir that a bad man from the Taliban sometimes took children. Sohrab was one of those children. Farid became very angry. But the director explained something. He said he had to let one child go to save 10 others. He used the money to feed the rest of the children. Finally, the director told them something important. The bad official would be at Ghazi Stadium the next day. At Ghazi Stadium, Amir and Farid watched a terrible scene. The Taliban were hurting people they arrested. It was a scary sight. The main official there was a man named Asef. He was the same person who used to bully Hassan when they were kids. Amir and Farid made a plan. They would meet Asef later. The meeting place was a big house. Farid waited in the car, and Amir went inside alone. He was very afraid. Inside, Asef saw Amir and recognized Amir. He said a cruel thing. The thing is that Asef was the one who took Sohrab from the orphanage. Asef even smiled and talked about how they hurt people. Amir wanted to take Sohrab. He said he would pay money for the boy. But Asef did not want money. He wanted to finish an old fight. The fight started a long time ago, when they were children. Asef had once tried to hurt Amir. He was angry because Amir was friends with a servant. But Hassan bravely stopped him. Hassan was small, but he was not afraid of Asef. He pointed his slingshot at Asef's face. He told Asef to stop. He said he would shoot Asef's eye if he touched Amir. In the end, Asef got scared and left, but he never forgot what the shame was. Now Asef was ready to fight. He put on metal gloves called brass knuckles. He told his guards to stay outside. He even told Sohrab to watch. They started to fight. It was a very hard fight. Asef was much stronger. He hit Amir many times. But something strange happened to Amir. He felt a kind of peace. He did not feel afraid. He felt like he deserved the pain. This was his chance to fix his old mistake. He had felt bad for many years. He felt guilty about what he did to Hassan. The fight with Asif was like a way to say sorry. He felt every hit. Each hit was a reminder of his past fear. But with each hit, he felt less guilty. He felt like he was finally paying for his mistake. Asif was about to hit Amir one last time, but at that moment, Sohrab did something. He used his slingshot to shoot Asif in the eye. Sohrab helped Amir. Amir was badly hurt. Sohrab helped him escape. Farid saw them. He quickly drove the car and took them away. Amir woke up in a hospital. He had many serious injuries. His lip was torn. It was not the most serious injury, but it made him think of Hassan's lip. Hassan also had a split lip. Farid and Sohrab came to visit him. Farid had now changed his mind about Amir. He saw how hard Amir was trying to save Sohrab. Amir tried to talk to Sohrab. He thanked Sohrab for saving his life, but Sohrab was quiet and distant. Farid said he would take care of Sohrab for a while. Farid also told Amir that Rahim, their old friend, had left. But Rahim had left a letter and a key for Amir. In the letter, Rahim told Amir some secrets. Rahim knew about Amir's past. He said Amir was too hard on himself. He told Amir that Baba, Amir's father, had also felt guilty. Baba loved both Amir and Hassan, but he was also Hassan's father. So he was always strict with Amir because he felt guilty about Hassan. Rahim thought Baba did good things to try to find forgiveness. He hopes Amir will forgive himself and others. Amir slowly got better. When he was strong enough, he left the hospital. He took Sohrab with him to a city called Islamabad. Sohrab was still very quiet. He did not talk or show feelings. He asked Sohrab if he wanted to live with him and his wife in America. Sohrab started to cry, but he did not give a clear answer. They went to the American embassy to start the adoption process. But the officer there was not helpful. He said the adoption process would be very difficult. He told Amir that Sohrab was not legally an orphan. The situation in Afghanistan also made it hard. He even let Amir give up. Amir then met with a lawyer. The lawyer was a little more hopeful, but he also said it would be hard. He gave them an idea. They could put Sohrab in a Pakistani orphanage for a short time. He thought this might be the best way. Amir told Sohrab about this plan. Sohrab became very scared. He cried. He begged Amir not to send him to another orphanage. He said he was too afraid because of what he had experienced before. Amir felt very bad. He promised he would never abandon him again. He held Sohrab close. He said he would take him to America. Sohrab finally nodded his head. Later that night, Amir's wife, Soraya, called. She had good news. Her uncle could help Sohrab get a special visa. Sohrab could go to the US with it. Amir was very happy. He ran to tell Sohrab, but when he opened the bathroom door, he saw something terrible. Sohrab was on the floor. He was barely breathing. Amir quickly took Sohrab to the hospital. The doctors saved him. But Sohrab became even quieter. He was sadder than before. Sohrab finally whispered a few words. He said he was tired of everything. He said he wished Amir would stop trying to save him. Amir's heart was broken. He asked Sohrab to forgive him. He had broken his promise about the orphanage. Sohrab fell asleep. He was still distant. Amir knew he had made a big mistake. He had lost some of Sohrab's trust. Amir and Sohrab finally moved to America. Sohrab was still very silent. He almost never spoke. Soraya, Amir's wife, tried to help him. She tried to make him feel happy. She made a nice room for him. On the sheets there were pictures of kites. On the wall she put up a chart. She wanted to measure his height as he grew. At the end of his bed she put a basket. It was full of books, a toy train, and tools to paint with. These were small ways to show hope. They were like small lights in Sohrab's sadness. Then the world changed. It was September 2001. The Twin Towers fell. America started a war in Afghanistan. The Taliban fell from power in Afghanistan. One day, it was March 2002. There was a big party for Afghan people in a park. Amir saw many people flying kites. He bought a kite. He started to talk to Sohrab about kite flying. He remembered how good Hassan was at it. Amir asked Sohrab if he wanted to help fly the kite. Sohrab did not say anything, but he took the string when Amir gave it to him. Amir flew the kite. He used an old trick from Hassan. He cut down another kite. People were happy and clapped. Amir looked at Sohrab. Sohrab did something he had not done for a long time. He smiled. It was a very small smile, but for Amir it was a very big thing. At that moment he saw a small part of Hassan's son. He felt a small joy. It was a feeling he had not felt since he was a child with Hassan. That smile showed them that they were starting to feel better. They were starting to understand each other. Amir still felt bad about what he did to Hassan, but this small smile from Sohrab gave him hope. He felt like he could make things right. He thought maybe it was not too late to fix what was broken. Sohrab was usually very isolated, but now his eyes were on their kite. Then he looked at Amir. A small bit of life came back to his eyes. His sadness was still there, but Amir believed there was also a small hope. Sohrab seemed to want to be a part of the world again. Amir asked Sohrab if he wanted him to get the other kite. Sohrab seemed to nod his head. Then Amir said some words. He said, "For you 1,000 times over." He ran to get the kite. Hassan had said these words to Amir a long time ago. Now Amir said them to Sohrab. It was a sign of love. It was stronger than the past. The smile was small, but it showed that things could get better. It was like spring coming after a long winter. Amir was a grown man, but he ran with the happy children. He didn't care what other people thought. He ran with pure joy.